Father John Sear is a Catholic priest at St. Patrick Church in Tolono, Illinois. Father, thanks very much for talking to us. One of my colleagues suggested, in a way, this is the same doctrinal position, but said with a smile. What do you make of the Pope's comments?
That's probably fair to say. Yes, I think our Pope, consistent, of course, with church teaching, but he's appealing in his new approach, his ability to reach out. I think people are open to listen to his voice in a new way, which I think is an exciting time for the church as the media and the average person, I think now a little more ready and willing to listen to Pope Francis.
How does it seem to you for the Pope and for the Church to say to gay people, the way you're born, gay, is not sinful, but if you try to act on your natural inclinations, that is a sin? I mean, is that a practical or realistic position?
It may not seem so to many secular, from the secular perspective, but yes, as a Catholic Church, that's our teaching, that we're all called to chastity, we're all called to purity, regardless of personalities or inclinations, temptations, that we all do our best. God gives us all different crosses, different personalities, and we do our best to respond with his grace and to lead what we believe is a good life and a grace-filled life, as Pope Francis calls us to.
And women, he says, should have a greater role in the church but cannot be priests, because that is the way apparently Jesus set it up a couple of thousand years ago. Is there not a sense that the world perhaps has moved on?
I would say Jesus is always moving forward with society, with history, with the culture, and the church needs to stay current, and I believe our teaching on that will always be up to date and modern. And women in the church, of course, that's a great gift. We always need more women in the church, absolutely. And, of course, religious women throughout church history, running hospitals and schools. They do a great job of that, and, of course, they're good prayers for the church. Women are valuable and great gifts for the church.
Father John, I wonder what you'd like to see changed. Our correspondents are being told the Pope plans to spend August planning big changes in the governance of the church worldwide. What would you like to see? What do you expect to see?
I guess it'd be great to have a younger face on the church. As we know, there's struggling to keep our young people coming to church. And I do think our Pope is concerned about that, and I think he's already making great progress there in Rio just last week. Millions of people showing up to listen to him and see him. As far as big changes, I know there's perhaps maybe more hype. I mean, it's great that people want to hear from the church and see the church. I don't foresee any big doctrinal changes. And of course, other topics, the Vatican Bank is drawing lots of attention, and people are watching that to see how that will be restructured, and perhaps other Vatican restructuring. Of course, that's kind of beyond my my little scope here, but it still is interesting, or is part of how the church works. So yeah, it's an exciting time in the church. Pope Francis knows there's a need for renewal in different places in the Vatican and on the sidewalks and in the streets, and I think he's willing and ready to tackle the project.
Father John Sear, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Father John Sear is a Catholic priest.